All right, all right, all right, all right. How's everybody doing this Sunday?
Not too bad.
All right. Everything I do it on God. Every time we do it on God. And when I do it with these two crazy motherfuckers, we do it on God. I am Young Money Bad News, the co-CEO of the Star Money Click, the number one rapper in the hood, and I am BMC for life. That is 1-5, the other co-CEO of the Star Money Click, the owner of Punish Me Vodka, who sponsors our show, and the number one producer in the world. That is Jimmy Two Times, the disgruntled 49er fan and a hopeful Sooner fan, and my brother from another mother. And we are the On God Podcast. Welcome to the newest episode. Like and subscribe. If y'all watching, please share it. I'm gonna jump into the NBA real quick. Last night's games, the NBA Cup. The Bucks beat the Hawks 110 to 102. The Bucks have made it to the championship game. They will be facing the Thunder. The Thunder won 111 to 96 over the Rockets. I remember me and Two Times picked the Thunder. Todd picked the Rockets, but the Rockets are hopeful. Rockets gonna be good this year. They definitely gonna be a playoff
They were
team.
shooting like shit last night in that game.
Yeah, they was off. They was off. So the championship game will be coming soon. Make sure y'all tune in. Bucks and the Thunder. Let me just do it now. Who y'all got?
Thunder.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Thunder.
Me too. Because SGA, he acted a fool last night, and I
Yeah.
knew he was gonna do it. I knew it. That's why I said the Rockets ain't gonna be able to beat him.
It was that bro.
Yeah. NFL Week 15. Let's start. Chiefs 21, Browns 7. Chiefs are now 13-1. Browns 3-11. Patrick Mahomes got hurt in this game.
He did.
Miles Garrett also got hurt in this game. So let's hope both of these guys come back healthy and strong. Bengals 37, Titans 27, 6-8. Bengals fucked up my score too, because y'all could have gave me 16 points in my pool I'm playing in, and y'all want to give up the little bum ass touchdown at the end. That's why I can't stand y'all. I can't stand y'all, bro. Y'all bums, bro, for real.
Yep.
Titans 3-11. Bengals get it done. Joe threw 2 interceptions, 3 touchdowns. He didn't play a horrible game, but he didn't play a super clean game like he should have against the Titans. Commanders 20, Saints 19. I don't know how this game was so close, but I kind of do got this thing. The Commanders, to me now, it's like I don't really think they what we think they are yet. I think they're like a year or two away.
Cinderella team. They're a Cinderella team right now.
They're a year or two away from being really good. But
Because
the Commanders are 9-5.
Because the Saints went for a 2-point conversion on the last play, and had they run the right play, they could have beat them.
Right. Ravens 35, Giants 14. Giants 2-12. Ravens 9-5. Giants are looking at that number one pick right now, really good. Looking like they're gonna get Shador. I think him and Neighbors together will be a problem. So I would love to see it happen. Their defense is not shabby, not at all. The Giants can really be good if they get.
They need a quarterback.
Shador. That's all they need.
They ain't had a quarterback since what Eli left.
Lamar Jackson had a huge game.
So I was gonna say I'm hearing on the interwebs that Cam Ward to the Giants.
No.
And Miami's offensive coordinators following him up there.
Nah.
And
Shador Sanders is number one pick in the draft.
He's not. From what I'm understanding, is his dad does not want him to play for the Giants. Period. So which means he'll go to the Raiders. He wants him to play for the Raiders.
Well, I do know he want him to do that. So I wouldn't. If they pull off the Eli, I won't be surprised. But he can still go number one.
Well, yeah,
remember,
they might off a trade.
They get traded.
That's what I was saying. They're gonna trade. Yeah.
They do a Scottie Pippen.
Yep.
Yeah. Cowboys 30, Panthers 14, 6-8 Cowboys, 3-11 Panthers. We all got this wrong.
All right.
But you know what I noticed? It's kind of like, remember how you would play Madden back in the day, and you would take like a certain player off a team, and whoever you put in that thing, they would still do the same thing the last player would do. So Cooper Rush was just forcing the ball to CeeDee Lamb like Dak was, just forcing it to him.
That's their whole offense.
That's all they got.
It's like the same play. It's like when you run the same play on Tecmo Bowl. You gonna run that same play to Bo Jackson every time because you know ain't nobody gonna catch Bo Jackson. It's a touchdown
Yeah.
every time. Jets finally get a W, 32-25 over the Jaguars. The Jets are 4-10. Jaguars
They
are
didn't want it, though.
11. Dolphins lose to the Texans. Texans 20-12. The Dolphins are now 6-8. Texans are 9-5.
That's why I
Falcons and
said what I
Raiders.
said.
Oh, it's cool. Falcons and Raiders, Bears and Vikings play tomorrow. Which I don't know why the Falcons and the Raiders are part of a doubleheader on a Monday night. That was the dumbest shit. We're just gonna let them do it. We're gonna let them do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Steelers lose to my Eagles 27-13. We are now 12-2. Jalen Hurts really shitted on the naysayers about his passing game today. He balled out, super balled out on him today. AJ Brown had a big game. Devontae Smith had a big game. We did what
He
we
got
supposed
hurt
to
at the
do.
end of the game, though. I hated to see that.
Nah,
AJ
yeah,
Brown.
he could.
They tackled him in a shitty way. That should have been a penalty.
Yeah, they
That's
fucked his ankle. Yeah, he almost fucked his ankle up, but he cool.
that I'll be talking about with the Steelers that you guys shit on me about. They do dumb shit. Yeah.
I mean, man, that was one guy, man. You had like Hines Ward was out there tackling people.
The game was for me.
Come
when
on,
your boy
Todd.
Carter just smacked the piss out of 83.
I mean, but
That
come
was-
on.
I get it.
You just hate the Steelers, man.
You hate the Steelers like I hate the Rams. Okay, I get it.
You hate the Steelers like I hate the Cowboys. Like,
Yeah, I mean, it's understandable.
I get it. Colts lose to the Broncos 31-13. The Bills was up 48-35. Did they finish them off?
It's still going. It's 12 seconds left. It's 48-42, and they're looking to see who has the fucking ball. I think they did another onside kick. So yeah, they're trying to figure who has the ball with 12 seconds left.
I want to ask y'all a question.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna tell y'all after I ask y'all the question what I figured out, but I want to know what y'all think. What did we find out today about Buffalo and Detroit?
Neither one of them have a defense.
Yeah, their defense.
Hey, this game could have got to the hundreds.
They look like they rolled out my Bengals defense today.
It was a whole bunch of Matador defense. Yeah. They came out there dressed like Matadors and said, "Olay!"
Yep.
So let's see who's the ball. Let's see here.
Yeah. They rolled out that same defense the Chargers did today against the Bucks.
So do we? They still haven't said what's the damn ball. They still haven't said.
Are we still looking at Detroit the same when it comes to being the best team in the NFC? Especially when your defense don't match up to my defense is way better than your defense.
Okay, Buffalo's ball. They're gonna close. They're about to hype. They're about to kneel. It's over.
So 48-42, Buffalo gets the W. Like I said, so I'm gonna say it again. Are we still looking at Detroit as the best team in the NFC?
No, they're second best.
No, because I'm looking at your team as the best team in the NFC.
The team might be the best team in the NFL.
Yeah. The one thing I will say about the Lions, though, is they didn't quit. I mean, it would have been easy when you were down as much as they was not to come back at all, you know? So they're scrapping.
You're not going to quit when you're at home anyway.
Well, I will say this much. They made a lot of mistakes in that game, too. There was a turnover. There was some crucial things.
But their
defense,
It ain't a
Josh Allen was doing whatever he wanted. He looked like 2019 Josh Allen.
Well, they got key injuries on their defense, and I mean,
but I'm gonna be honest with you.
Their year
I'm gonna be honest with you. The key injuries you talking about, they're on the line.
Right.
I'm talking about they secondary it's really a shit storm.
Right.
It really ain't shit.
Your line can help protect your.
I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying. I'm just saying they went and picked up people too. They still got Reader. They went got Zadarius Smith to fill in for Hutchinson. What I'm saying to you is if your back end is good, sometimes it don't matter who coming after the quarterback. If your back end really good, your secondary can really stop somebody. They can stop
Covered
somebody.
sacks. Covered
Yeah.
sacks.
Like who's the? Let me ask you this: who's the number one receiver to play for Buffalo?
Me.
Probably that rookie guy that they got.
Nope,
Okay.
not even him.
He just got back. He ain't
It ain't
played.
even him. You know what it is?
You
You know what it is? Nope, he's a tight end. I say
Co-
receiver. It's Shakir. It's Shakir.
Yeah, it's clear.
Shakir's the number one. And if you put Shakir on any other team in the NFL, he ain't nowhere near a damn number one. He a fucking number 3 or 4.
Right.
He's a slot receiver. He's a slot receiver.
So they balled out on Detroit's defense. They're throwing it on Detroit with no real number one. Amari Cooper's passes prime. Amari Cooper is a number 2 now. He's not even a number 1 no more.
And to be fair,
that's what I'm saying.
and
You
to
gotta
be
have
fair,
a championship defense to win to win the Super Bowl. You gotta have a championship defense.
if Detroit could have just had a solid slot corner and played good run defense and kept Josh Allen in the pocket, they could have beat them, but they couldn't do that.
Yeah. He kept James Cook was running down their fucking throat.
All over the place. He got whatever he wanted. Whatever he wanted.
So now we're gonna switch it over. You just seen us play Najee Harris. Did you see Najee Harris rush for over 50 yards? Did you see Warren rush for over 50 yards against my team? Did they even score a rushing touchdown against my team today? That's what I'm saying. So when it comes to championship, one thing I got to give the Chiefs, and people knock the Chiefs, but one thing the Chiefs did last year that made them win the Super Bowl was that defense played out their mind. It didn't matter how bad Mahomes and them looked. The defense showed up every week. Every week. So if you ain't got a championship defense, like how they suck in Buffalo right now, like you should have heard Bill Cowher and them before the game started. Jim Nantz goes, this might be the preview of the Super Bowl. So I thought to myself, I said the preview of the Super Bowl, but neither one of these defenses are any good for real. Like
I will say this.
The Rams just put up 44 on these boys last week.
I will say this: if it were to actually happen, if they're going to do this, what they just did tonight, I'll take that. That's exciting, but I mean, that's not championship defense on either side of the ball. That's whoever has the ball last and who makes the least mistakes.
I don't see neither one of these teams coming out the conference playing defense like this. That's all I'm saying.
I don't either.
Offensively, I can't knock neither one of them because I know the Lions really they can score. The Lions can score. Buffalo can score if you let Josh Allen run around for a week.
But that's the thing.
We're gonna score.
2 things with these teams. If you could keep Allen in the pocket and shut down their run, you could beat Buffalo. On Detroit, all they need is a bad day at the offense in general, and you can beat them.
That's what I'm saying. That's why that's why I said to you, it don't matter if we was to come to Detroit, play them in Detroit, or play them in Philly. We can beat them in Detroit, buddy.
Well, I kind of needed to see a game. I sort of felt that way, but I was giving them the benefit of the doubt. But now that I see a game like this, I'm like, yeah, you can't win doing that.
Patriots 17, Cardinals 30. Cardinals get a W 7-7. Patriots are 3-11. Todd, I don't know why you're so happy. Like we didn't know the Cardinals were gonna beat the Patriots. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I mean, this is Bill Belichick's championship Cardinals.
Patriots are firmly in second place in the West.
But this next game, I'm the only one picked this game. Mm-hmm. Buccaneers beat the Chargers 40-17. Bucks 7-6. Chargers 8-5. Harbaugh, he got Herbie. I knew the Bucks was gonna beat them because they sorry for real. Chargers is flukes. One thing about the Chargers, they go always do for me. They've been doing it since Tom Brady. They've been doing it since Phillip Rivers. They've been doing it since LaDainian Tomlinson. They will start off looking really, really nice to you. You'll go, they look so good. They might win the AFC.
Nope.
And then they just tell you at the last minute, hold my beer, I'm going to do something really stupid and start losing. That's just what the Chargers do, man. They be charging, man. They be charging, for real. Hell of a week in week 15. We got the Packers and the Seahawks tonight.
What the hell was that? How am I on the street twice?
Why is it two times on here?
I don't know.
That's 4 times?
What have you done?
Look, you was talking, and my phone said, "Yeah, fuck that."
That was creepy. So we all got. Did we all pick the Packers?
I picked the Packers.
Yeah, I picked the Packers also. I never picked Seattle for anything.
I don't know if I.
I think.
No, I didn't pick. No, I didn't pick Seattle. I said it's gonna be hard for them to win in Seattle, but I said
You did say that.
I said the Packers still should win the game. Yeah, I do. I got the Packers. I don't.
Yeah, I don't think anybody picked Seattle.
I don't understand this Monday night game shit tomorrow. I don't.
They've been doing a lot of double headers this year, and I'm not really a fan of it because they're not even picking the right game.
Do a double header. Do good double headers.
That's what I'm saying. You know what these are? These are Thursday night, Monday night games.
You know, they could have had your guys' game as a Monday night game. They could have had the Bills-Lions as the other one.
I kind of like that we wasn't. I like that we was the 4:00 game.
I'm just saying those were the strongest.
Or they could have made a Sunday night. I would have been cool with that. But I don't like playing. I don't like when we play on Monday night.
Hey, in hindsight, I would have took that New Orleans and Washington game on Monday night.
Right. No, well, they could have done the Bills-Lions and paired that up with the Buccaneers-Chargers or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Nah, I want to see the Buccaneers-Chargers because that would end up being a blowout.
The Doo-Doo Bowl, the Falcons and Raiders, that ain't getting no ratings.
That ain't the Doo-Doo Bowl. That's just the nobody's watching this shit ball.
This shit's gonna be depressing. I don't know if people caught our episode yesterday, but like I said, I went over a couple things. We had talked about Juan Soto getting his deal with the Mets. We talked about OBJ getting released from the Miami Dolphins. I also brought up Dennis Schroeder actually got, like I said, they're working on the deal to sign him to the Warriors. The Warriors actually gave up 3 second-round picks and got a second-round pick for him. That was actually a great move because he has had the Nets rolling, and I didn't know he was balling like he was. I knew the Nets was playing pretty well. Get ready for the trade deadline, though, in the NBA. It's coming up. So it's going to be a lot of movement. It was something else I think I know I brought it up, but I don't know if I remember. I think I said it all yesterday. But it was just certain shit I was bringing up.
I just hope Jimmy Butler I just hope Bobby doesn't trade Jimmy Butler for a sack of potatoes, man.
Yeah. Well, the way they talking is, I seen a trade with him going to the Nuggets that was real interesting. And y'all get Michael Porter Jr. and another player. And then Saric, he goes to, it was Detroit. It was Detroit, Denver, Miami. Saric goes to Detroit. Y'all get Michael Porter Jr. and a guy named Nanji. He's one of their bench players. And then they get Jimmy Butler and somebody else off your team that's like a nobody on your bench right now to go over there to Denver. But I'm gonna be honest, me personally, and we could talk about this right now. Mm-hmm. I'm not sold on Jimmy Butler being somebody's like go-to guy still. I don't really see him being a catalyst to a championship team unless he's the third or fourth option. You know what I'm saying? He can't.
I read a good article where they were talking about where they said they ruled out all the typical places they've been trying to place him, and they said a good place to probably send him because they need a veteran presence would be the Houston Rockets. And at first I was like, but because he might mess up what they do, man. You know what I mean?
And imagine what Pat gonna ask for. Pat gonna want some of that talent back. Right. And if the Rockets don't, it was the Warriors, the Rockets, the Suns, the Nuggets, and it was another team. I can't remember who it was, but they threw the Nuggets. It was Dallas, but they threw the Nuggets in their last. Mm. But it's the same thing with Dallas. What would Dallas let you? What would Miami let you keep? And you getting Jimmy Butler? Come on now, like y'all gonna have to give up some pieces. Like Jimmy Butler he's not a scrub, but he's not young. So I know.
Then you gotta give him some money after you can't trade for him. Yeah, you can't trade for him and not give him. Yeah, because you can't trade for him that a great amount and it be a rental. So you got to sign him to a big ass deal. Here you go again.
You got it. You finally got you one. Hey, I got one.
Got me
bro, I don't know what the fuck it be. You just be like, you just do some shit and it'll just, I don't know. Yeah, I've been looking at that, and I was like, man. They said he also said Levine is on the Levine will definitely be on the move. It's somebody else. Zion Williamson could be gone. They said Zion could go to the Warriors. They said BI from New Orleans, Brandon Ingram could go to San Antonio, which would be some shit. Him, Wemby, that'd be some shit.
That's a tall ass lineup right there.
Man, that's a tall ass starting lineup. It's another player that's like a name that they was talking about could go somewhere else too. But the problem, because that New Orleans shit, man, that shit
It ain't working. It just don't work. You can't get all of them on the court one time. And see, that's part of the problem too. If you notice, everybody we're talking about, they stay hurt. Jimmy, Brandon, all of them, Levine, they're always hurt. Why would I want to give up a whole bunch of shit and pay you, and shit may not work?
Well, Levine is finally playing. Levine is
playing. Well, no, but I'm just saying, but you have the injury. This is what I'm saying.
And Levine is balling this year. He is balling.
Well, when he plays, he does.
Yeah,
he just randomly gets hurt sometimes. You're like,
but then also you got to give up a lot because they gonna want the house.
They're not gonna win it for cheap.
No. To the fans, I want to let y'all know. Like I said, next week, our picks for college football will definitely be next week. I mean, no, actually this week. So the start of this week, we will be going over because the games are Saturday. We will be we should be doing our picks either Thursday or Friday night like we normally do. But we're going to get y'all together as far as we're going to go over the picks with y'all. It's actually been a good day in football. NFL was really exciting today. It was really, really entertaining. Hopefully we get a good Sunday night game tonight. Packers and Seahawks should be interesting. I'm trying to think, is there anything else that I done left out? Because we're kind of on a short episode today with y'all because we ain't doing college right now. We doing NFL. I did the cup for a reason. Shout out to Nebraska women's volleyball. They was whooping Wisconsin's ass. It was a hell of a match today. But Nebraska's number one in the country. They're 32-2. They're 33-2 now. Them girls can play. So if y'all ain't watching college, women's volleyball, tune in. I love it. It's the shit. It always has.
Every man in America should at least watch at least one match.
Yeah. Because you'll be surprised how turned up it be in that bitch. This coming week, Juju Watkins and them is playing UConn. Old girl from UConn. They about to go at it on Fox.
That's gonna be a good one.
Matter of fact, it's Saturday. Next Saturday. This Saturday coming up. So y'all check that out. That's gonna be a good one. It's a lot of shit going on, man. But that's why we gonna cut the show short today. It's not really that we don't want to talk about nothing. It just ain't really shit to talk about that I ain't.
Oh yeah, Army-Navy gang.
Navy whooped their ass.
Yeah. And we got to play Navy next in the Lockheed Martin Bowl.
They couldn't stop
Dude was all over the place.
He was running. It was like somebody was chasing him the whole time. When you watch the game, it was like, damn, are they ever gonna catch up with his ass? I mean, he was killing them. And it's crazy because Army came in 11-1. Navy had lost 3 games. So
you know what I got hit to today? I mean, I've been known about it just from Facebook reels and stuff like that. But I actually sat down and watched a pay-per-view event for them today. Is the Power Slap. That's owned by.
You just now hip to that?
No, I've been hit, but I ain't really watched a whole.
Man, they be slapping the shit out of each other, man.
One day, me and Tone got drunk one day, and we was at his house, and he turned that shit on YouTube, and we let that shit play for the whole day. When I tell you, I did this the whole day.
Yeah, people get laid out by a slap. That's crazy.
But they reaction after the fact be like, oh my, bro, it be the ones when they fall and you don't even know they about to fall though. You be like, damn. The ones that be cheating though. Remember I told y'all this. The ones that be cheating that be winning be the ones that be having big fluffy beards like James Harden and shit. They don't never get hit hard, bro, because that shit be too cushiony, bro. Like for real. Bruh, they be smacking the shit out of each other, bruh.
I'm like, man, I don't care how much they pay you. It
be seeming like we watching How High. We be like, man, hey, with my bitches, give me some powder with my bitches.
What kind of it is?
Shit. I mean, bro, cause it fuck you up, cause they get it wind up though. They do this to you though, and you be doing it with them like, man, he about to smack this shit out of him.
You about to tear his whole head off.
Woo! And sometimes the biggest dudes be having the softest smacks, and the little dudes be having the strongest. I be like, hey, bro, I couldn't, man. Hey, listen, that's some brain damage shit, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't about to be in no sport like that, bro. That's
not a long-term thing. That's not a long-term thing.
That's worse than UFC and boxing, bro.
50 years now, they're gonna be the new CTC or whatever people.
CTE, yeah. Because you getting, hey, that's a clean shot to a person's head.
Yeah.
Like you can't stop them.
And they don't ever get them like on the jaw. They always hit right up here by
the
like this.
Somebody with their neck broke when they get slapped.
And the thing is, your other hand, you gotta hold the thing like you playing arm wrestling. So you can't move. And if you move, you get deducted for the shit.
Yeah,
bro, that shit crazy, bro.
I watched one fight. This dude kept ducking into it as
they I know what you're talking about.
This dude got smacked 3 times in the first round. Right, he took a whole fight's worth of slaps in 1 round. Right?
Yeah, because that's the thing. If you fuck up, they make you smack them again.
Yeah. He kept fucking up and kept getting smacked. Like, so my dude done he just got punished. Got smacked fucking 6 times and shit, right? He comes across. Knocked him out. Knocked him out.
That might be the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life, man. That's some funny ass shit.
Cool, bro. Like, bro, when I first seen that shit, I was like, the first time I came across it, it was probably like two years ago. I was like, man, what the fuck is this, man? I'm like, is he really smacking it? I'm like, bro, this is not a.
I discovered it during COVID, and I was in this bitch dead, man. Because so you understand something. Nowadays, there's 2 things I really enjoy that be having me in tears. You know, I'm from Oklahoma, so the rodeo when them bulls actually throw their ass off and be stomping their ass, and that damn slap shit.
You fucked up.
I watched the rodeo.
I found something even better than that shit, though. They got some shit that's like basketball over in Europe, but they're allowed to full contact your ass, like clothesline you as you go through.
You talking about slam ball?
Something like that. I don't know.
You remember slam ball where they jump on the
on those trampolines and shit?
It's not on a trampoline though. It's a normal basketball court.
Oh, you fuck all that.
We
fight.
Nah.
Yeah, they like for real fighting.
Yeah, we're gonna fight.
It's like watching the NBA in the 1980s, but like less skill.
Yeah, I'm not. Hell no.
Hey, I'm gonna be like your boy on White Man Can't Jump. I'm gonna go to the car, get my other gun.
Hey, he said, "I'm gonna shoot all you motherfuckers."
It's like a cross between backyard football and basketball.
Yeah, but that's what bruh. If they not
going
paying
up to do a
bruh,
layup,
if you not paying me millions to do no shit like that, man, I'm not doing that shit, bro.
Oh, no,
I'm not doing that for a couple thousand.
I'm trying to watch it. That shit looks highly entertaining.
For a couple $100,000, I'm not doing that shit, bro. Nah.
Nah,
you gotta make. Hey, you gotta make me a millionaire.
Man, they're getting paid. Fresh meat. That's what they're getting paid with over in Russia.
Now, the one thing I always wanted to see, and I knew it was fictional. Remember on Dodgeball when they was going to that tournament and they were showing all those sports from around the world where the motherfuckers was beating each other with belts? Now, you bring some shit like that, oh yeah, I'm there. I would actually pay pay-per-view prices to see that.
Y'all, hey, you 2 motherfuckers got a sick ass smile.
Hey, man, I'm sorry. If somebody's willing to do it, I'm willing to watch.
I'm gonna do y'all.
They took big hits out of the NFL, man. I'm
gonna do y'all like the old lady. I'm gonna do y'all like the old lady did at Bad Boys 2 when she looked at Martin and Will Smith and said, "You 2 motherfuckers need Jesus." Y'all do.
Hey.
Y'all fucked up. Y'all.
Hey, don't do it because I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna watch you do it.
Oh shit. Yeah. Oh man. It was something I wanted to say. Oh, that's what I wanted to ask y'all. Who we think getting the number one seed out the AFC? Who you think getting the number one seed out the NFC after this week of football going forward? Because it's important. Because this weekend, this setup, you got to think. Detroit losing, now we all tied.
Right.
But we beat the third top team in the AFC.
Man.
They lost to the second top team in the AFC. Balloons.
Yeah, Happy New Year. I'll be honest with you. Depending on the severity of Patrick Mahomes' ankle,
yeah.
I'll stay with the Chiefs only if they don't have to play the rest of the season with Carson Wentz at quarterback. But if he is out, that shit's up for grabs, man. It could be Buffalo, but I mean in the NFC, I see y'all eventually probably getting the number one seed, and then that shit have to go through Philadelphia, which Detroit don't want. They better figure this shit out.
All you gotta do is go look at our schedules. They still gotta play
us.
I think they still gotta play Minnesota, don't they?
I think so too.
That's what I'm looking at right now. Vikings got the Seahawks, they got the Packers, and then they got the Lions last game. So I could see the Lions.
Who does Detroit have?
Well, you only got San Francisco and Minnesota.
Detroit's got the Bears. The 49ers and the Vikings.
So that game against the Vikings is going to be for the division.
Mm-hmm.
Well, unless the Vikings have a hiccup against the Packers, which could happen.
Yeah, that's the only way. Or they lose to the Seahawks.
Yeah, but I could see the Vikings getting the number 2 and you guys getting the number 1 out of the NFC. It's going to be between the Vikings and Lions for sure for number 2. You guys should have the number 1 locked up, barring injury. And then out of the AFC, man, I hate to say it, but it looks like the Bills are going to be the 1 seed, man.
I think it's going to be us number 1 in the NFC, and I hate to say it too, but unless Kansas, and it depends on who quarterbacking in Kansas City. But if Mahomes ain't finishing the year out and they gonna hold him out to the playoffs, or he gonna miss a week, it might fuck around to be Buffalo.
Well, Andy Reid said he could have come back in the game, so I don't know if it was even that serious.
Right, but I think you got to remember they head-to-head they lost to him.
Well,
so if Kansas City lose a game, right, Buffalo gonna get number 1 out default as long as Buffalo win out. So,
that's the tricky part. And Kansas City was threatening to lose because Cleveland could have been in that game.
Yeah, but see, even though Kansas City won last year in Buffalo, I don't think Kansas City want to play Buffalo in the playoffs again. Hell no.
Because it might be 2 feet of snow.
Don't nobody want to play in Buffalo in January. Nobody.
No.
Yeah, that shit is tragic. You know what Buffalo is now? What the Vikings used to be in the 70s when they played outdoors at Metropolitan Stadium.
But
you did not want to go fucking with them up there.
Don't get it twisted, though. Don't get it twisted. They can lose in Buffalo in the playoffs. They've done it. They've done that more than they won in the playoffs. With Josh Allen, though. I'm talking about with Josh Allen. So, I mean, the snow catered to them, but shit, at the same time, sometimes it backfires because they get so amped up and be geeking over themselves and blow it.
People forget how cold Kansas City is in the winter.
It's cold as fuck.
Oh, it's fucked up there.
It's not like they get in the Chargers or Miami.
That's why Kansas City beat them last year when it was cold as shit in that game because they're used to it. It's not like there's no advantage when they play each other for real. Like it's just harder to win in KC when you playing him in KC because them calls gonna go his way. The weather gonna go his way, and the ball just bounces their way.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Even throughout the years, Arrowhead Stadium has always been ranked one of the worst stadiums they have to play in because it's a tough stadium to play in. Even there in the Superdome have always been one of those ones you did not want to play. And back in the day when the Oilers were around, the House of Pain. So you have stadiums like that where it don't matter what your record is. You don't want to go there fucking with anybody. You want to avoid that's it.
And they got that field. Kansas City got that field when it's cold as fuck below zero. That motherfucker field be harder than the motherfucker Pauls. It be hard as fuck though.
It really is.
I ain't lying. Yeah, that's some shit. But I just want to see what y'all thought about that. I just want to see what y'all was thinking about as far as after this weekend and how it looked. Because this Packers and Seahawks game, I think it's gonna be a doozy. I think it's gonna be good. Let me get these side notes in and we get up out of here. Let's go two times. What is your side note for the week?
Well, we didn't address it Thursday after my game, but I wanted to talk about Devondre Campbell and what he did, man. So I understand you were upset. You felt like you were playing well enough to keep your job, but when they signed you, you really weren't their first pick. The guy that they wanted to sign to replace Dre Greenlaw, and they told everybody that they were going to sign to replace Dre Greenlaw that you're a placeholder. When he's healthy to play, he's getting his job back. Which in most circles and in any sport that you could think of, when a starter loses his job to injury, 9 times out of 10, it's already like an unwritten rule that as long as they're healthy when they come back, they get their job back. You can't lose your job to an injury in most cases, 9 times out of 10. So for him to basically feel like he was slighted, like they did something to him, I felt like that was a scapegoat. Like there was something else. Like he needed a reason to just really pack things up. But he didn't fit our culture. And what's so crazy about it was when they asked my head coach in the press conference, he didn't really know what was going on. He got on the headset, found out what it was, and was just like, all right, whatever. But for my general manager to run down from the booth and come down there and basically cuss his ass out and kick him off the field, well, now what they're going to do is they're not going to cut him. They're going to suspend him so he can't get paid. So, dude, you made an emotional fucking decision that's probably going to ruin your career. Because amongst men, when we're going into battle, when we got shit going on, we need to know that whatever we're doing, you're in. You can't just be quitting on a motherfucker, man, because now nobody wants to fuck with you. You probably played your last game in the NFL. You probably played your last game with football, period, because it's 2024. And this ain't like it's the 70s where maybe only a few people knew about it or who was at the game saw it. Everybody knows you did this. Nobody's going to want to play. You know what I'm saying? So you should have said something before the game or whatever. But that was a wrong move. And it's just totally unexcusable when it cost us probably a chance to even probably get back into the playoff race. But I just wanted to know how y'all felt about it also, seeing how the things transpired, because 1-5, you were the one that made me aware of it, because I actually went to bed with like a few minutes left in the game when I knew it was over because I had to get up early. But I just want to know how y'all felt about it, because I felt like that was just, I ain't never seen nothing like it, and that was just the craziest shit ever.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'll let you go. I'll go after you.
I agree with you, man. You're in a combat sport with alpha males, and you took yourself out of that combat sport because you didn't want to play no more. Well, I mean, just like a job like we have in the day, you know, the door swings both ways. You don't want to be here. We don't want you here. So take your ass home. You know what I mean? So he just my guy's about to start selling insurance or something. He ain't gonna be.
Listen, I got 2 words.
Yeah.
You have seen this before, and I'm gonna give you 2 words. Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
And the reason why I'm saying this is because since Antonio Brown walked up that field, he has not had a job in the NFL. I watched it live when it happened. I didn't bring it up because at first I was like, man, this ain't really nothing. This ain't something I ain't never saw. But it was more like I let the media talk about it the day after, and they talked about it so much. I said, do I really want to bring this up on the show? Because I feel like we giving him publicity for doing something stupid and selfish that I really don't want to give him publicity for. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of felt like, like when you go into war, because that's what this is. You go to war with these guys. You in the trenches with these guys. And these guys, I use Dre Greenlaw for example. Dre Greenlaw gets hurt in the Super Bowl. He fights as hard as he can to get on that field. He was the starter before. When he came back, why in your mind you thought, well, I'm better than Dre Greenlaw? You wasn't better than Dre Greenlaw when he was healthy. Why would you be better than him when he coming back off the injury? That's his position to take. Just like Fred Warner. Ain't nobody taking their positions.
Well, what made it so unique, the reason why I brought it up is because what I don't know what a lot of people knew about it. We were actually short two linebackers because Dre Greenlaw hurt his knee, and then the other backup linebacker, he got hurt. That's why they went and asked him to come into the game. So when he refused, we didn't have any linebackers, so we had to play in the nickel defense. That's why the Rams just kept running the ball down our throat. So they just ran the clock out on us. So he basically ended our season with us being short because we didn't have enough linebackers.
Well, yeah, he ended y'all season. Y'all about to end his career.
Yeah.
And he ain't getting no more money. He ain't getting a quarter.
In his career.
It sounds like he had a woman that's in his ear, like, why are they not going to play you because you're better than that guy? You know what I mean? He had somebody hyping him that would not even close to the
and
situation.
It might have been a woman. It could have been his family. It could have been his family. Because, you know, family members will do that shit. Bro, you know you better. Cuz you know you better than him, bro.
When I say a woman in his ear, I mean, it could have been anybody, but I'm just saying.
I
it's
agree.
that type of thing. You know what I mean? Where somebody was chirping in his ear.
Man, better,
and why are they, you know, and dude just believed the hype, man.
Well, he could have said that before the game. Why would you wait? You could have been like, man, I ain't fucking with y'all.
Because he probably thought he was gonna get more PT than he got.
Yeah.
You gotta think, even though you got starters, motherfuckers rotate you in.
They rotate.
And they wasn't rotating him in. Right. So he probably was feeling so. I mean, his argument, he's got a valid reason to be mad. He don't have a valid reason to give up on his team. Right. But to be
not when the motherfucker told you before the season that bro, as soon as he come back, you're not the starter.
But still, like I said, in this NFL, there's rotation.
Yeah,
your starter doesn't play the whole game, James. Nobody starters play the whole game. Your starter rotates certain positions over and over. Once you get tired, motherfucker tapping the helmet, let me come in. I gotta come out. I don't care who you are. I seen Gainwell get the ball more today than I ever seen Gainwell get the ball for the season because Barkley got hurt. But Barkley also, during every game, Barkley goes, I gotta come out. I'm tired. That's just what it is. I mean, you got to take some plays off, and it's a rotation. That's why you got a first, second, and third. Shit, it is what it is. I mean, we'll see what happens going forward. We're going to find out.
Right.
1-5. What is your side note for tonight?
Man, I had a wonderful week. My oldest daughter graduated from Miami University.
Congratulations.
3.7.
That's
where the balloon should come out. The balloon should come out right there.
Oh, yeah, I know, right? 3.7 GPA. Graduated with honors. Proud of that. She worked really hard. She started out at Urbana University freshman year on the cheerleading squad, was homecoming queen her freshman year, and then COVID hit, and they decided to close Urbana down for good, which left her kind of homeless school-wise. So she kind of bounced around until she hit Miami, and the problem was when she got to Miami, they didn't take the credits from any of the other schools, so she basically had to start over later. So she was taking anywhere from 16 to 20 credit hours every semester.
Yeah, full time.
Yeah, 16 to 20 credit hours every semester on top of working a job at HR as an HR rep at her work to graduate when she did. And I'm just really proud of the hard work she put in. She really deserved it. And then on top of that, my 8-year-old turned 9 this week. So I've had a great week, man. It's been a big one for the family, and just blessed, man. Blessed.
Happy for you. Happy for the family.
Yeah. Happy birthday to your daughter too, man.
Happy birthday. You know it's all love. You know what it is with us. I want to give a shout out to one of my BMC brothers. I want to give a shout out to Teef.
Yeah. Teef.
Bro been showing love to the show. I seen him on the show posted. I seen him say something to us. We forgot to shout you out, bro. You know it's all love. You know you BMC for life. I want to shout out everybody from the BMC anyway. I also want to shout out to him because I want to show love to a father that's going to his son's game, watching him play basketball. Juice, I seen you. I seen you shooting your free throws, Neff. Keep the good work up. Keep hooping. Shout out to all the real dads out there watching their kids and taking their kids to the basketball games, man, and dealing with sports with their kids, bro. I really like seeing that shit. I love that shit for real. I ain't gonna lie to you. I want my side note is really not a sad note. It's really like a statement that we got something coming. Star Money Click got some shit coming. Something really big. It could change our lives. We got something coming. It could change our lives. That's all I'm gonna say. And it's a good side note, but I don't really want to tell them too much. 1-5 know what I'm talking about. We got something coming. I'm just be quiet. I just hope it works out for us. It was a hell of a weekend of football though. Appreciate y'all tuning in to us. Is there anything else I gotta say or anything else we need to tell them until we come back for this next week's show, when this big show we got coming up?
I got something big going on. Me and the manager, Jay, shout out to West Coast Heavies.
Shout out to Jay.
We were working on something pretty big with the little show that we do on his Instagram Live. We've been having a radio network tapping in, checking that out. So hopefully soon we'll be doing a Zoom with maybe getting that on the radio in Reno, Nevada, and syndicated. So that may be something big for me down the line, and maybe for us down the line. So
that's dope. That's dope.
Yes, it is.
So I say this like I'm always do this because this is what we do. Everything I do this shit on God. Every time we do this shit, we do this shit on God. And when I do it with these two crazy motherfuckers, we do this shit on God. I am Young Money Bad News, the co-CEO of the Star Money Click, number one rapper in the world, BMC for life. That's 1-5, the other co-CEO of the Star Money Click. This episode was also brought to you by Punish Me Vodka, that's owned by this guy, and he's number one producer in the world. That is Jimmy 2 times, the disgruntled 49er fan and the hopeful Sooner fan. And he is my brother from another mother. We was the On God podcast. Y'all stay prayed up. Y'all have a good work week. We will see y'all Thursday or Friday for our picks going into the college football. Holla back.
Hasta la vista.